Hello everyone, Hamas28 here, and today we're back with more OceanBlock2. It's been raining a lot the past couple days, not sure why. So as I left off before, we're going to be building the fuel generator. We need more power to fuel all our industrial production. So we should have everything we need in here to build the base block, but as you see, it requires 17 machine cores. Now it looks like we have 14 of the primitive cores. Let's see if we can't make some more. Oh, these are reinforced platings. One, two, three of those. Huh, we're out of planks? Huh. Or not. There we go. Then we need to upgrade these. Let's use copper to get 17. Okay. Now, because all of our manufacturing is down here, I was thinking we're gonna put it like right here. I think this was a good spot for it. Let's see, we can expand it out like so. Get out of here. And then we need to expand it over here. Let's move this stuff out of the way. There we go. Should be enough room for it. So let's see here. Cool. Let's put it right here. And then it shows us where all the blocks need to go. So it looks like it's 3 by 3 by 2. And let's activate it. And it's done. Okay, it looks like it has room for add-ons in the front and the back. Just one. We would need to put a core there. Not sure what kind of upgrades you would put on the generator. Here are upgrades. Capacitor improves capacity and energy transfer. I guess you would want this for the energy transfer so it could push more power out at once. Because say you have all these machines trying to draw, say, 10,000, but it can only output 5,000. That would be useful. Let's see, now that the machine is done, what else is it missing? Oh, it wants us to make crude oil. So crude oil is pretty good. The only problem I have is to make crude oil, you need to use the NauTec mixer, nitrate dust, redstone dust, and ethanol. And ethanol can be made in two ways, from the industrial fermenter or the thermomatic processing plants. And I'd rather just use the industrial fermenter. So let's see how we can craft that. Industrial fermenter. It is a multi-block, so we're going to need our engineering stuff. And then I'd probably move this setup over there. Let me take this down. And I will need my wrench. There it is. And I did try using the fortune to collect that. Does not work. So, kind of a waste. Okay, wrench, mixer, NauTec catalyst, cobblestone. Because we're going to want to input the fuel directly into this. So we're going to... It gets cold right there. That's funny. Kind of spooky. Okay, so we're going to put it here. Then 1, 2, 3, like so. Maybe... No, it should work like that. Inputs here and here. Outputs down. 1, 2. Like so. Okay, now that should work. Now we just need to input ethanol, redstone, and nitrate. So we're gonna need a chest. Don't need any more of the wrench. Let's put that away. We're gonna need the chest. Out of power? How are you out of power? Should be impossible. Guess it finally ran out of coal. That's funny. Oh. I should be able to use... Where is... Void Flame. Blaze Ember. Eclipse Ember. There we go. If you put that in here... Works for a very long time, and then we'll just put that in there. Okay, that should turn everything back on. And see, we're consuming so much power. That's why we need a more dense energy solution. So let's see, we're going to need a chest. Might be one in here. Let's see, logs. Planks. Can I make a chest out of that? Wooden storage crate. Don't want to use that. Let's use some of our magic wood. Make a chest. And this chest is going to need, let's see, where is it? I believe it's this one. Yes, nitrate. And then let's grab some redstone. So the chest is going to go right here. Right here. And then we'll put a funnel right under it. Actually, I don't think a funnel is going to be very effective because we can only do one at a time. So we'll just put a pipe. Like so. Because if you do one and a one, can hold the stack of it. Now we do need the ethanol. So for the ethanol, we're going to make the industrial fermenter. And where are my... I believe I have some blocks over here. Yep, heavy engineering. Engineer's manual and our hammer. And then probably going to need a fluid tank just to output as like a buffer tank. Should be fine. Now let's take a look here. So for the fermenter, as you can see, it's pretty small. It's like a 3x4. We need a redstone engineering block, steel scaffolding, fluid pipes. So let's grab all of this. We need one redstone engineering block. Redstone, red face, redstone engineering block. Four iron sheet metal. 6 steel scaffolding. Steel scaffolding. Steel rods. How do we make those? Oh, just with steel. So we need 6 of these, or 4, I think. Nope, 6. We need 4 cauldrons. And 2 fluid pipes. Okay, we have everything we need. Let's see, if we're piping it, we're piping these items here, then we'll probably pipe it in through the back, right here. And then we'll put the machine right here. So if you take a look, it looks like this. So we're gonna need that out of the way, that out of the way, for the sword. This stuff. and the light engineering. Yes. So you do one in the corner. Let's see, stop. There we go. So you do this shape. 2 pipes. Another one here. Redstone. 4 cauldrons. And then the 4 sheet metal right here. Then it says you just click this one with the hammer. Oh, this side. Okay, now if I remember, you can put a switch here to turn it on or off. And then these are the outputs. More output on the back. Let's see, where is my wand? Let's see if we can stretch that out a little bit more. So now the fermenter is also going to need power as well. Everything needs power. And then the power for this guy gets fed in at the top right here. And then, let's see, so if I remember correctly, it's a multi-block structure, it's built from above. Items are input into the fermenter via the 2 hatches at the back that are marked with blue dots. We might not need to fully automate this, just because of the volume we're going to be doing. Yeah, because it's 1 apple produces 80 millibuckets. And you can put in pretty much anything. Let's see, what's the most stack effective? A melon slice is 20. Glowberries are 100. A bottle of honey is 250. Potatoes are 80. 80, 50. Okay, so it's gonna probably be sugarcane. Or potatoes, really anything. I just have a lot of sugarcane right here. We just need to get this up and running. So you put the sugarcane in there. Let's see, that's probably over here. Oh, all the way over here. That's funny. Yeah, it wants us to make ethanol, which is what we're doing. So go back to power generation, fuel generator, wrong one. We need to go into OreTech. Oh, because it wants us to make the crude oil first. That's fine. And then all it needs is that. So we just need the output. And this outputs, the hatch with the orange dot serves as an item output and the block below it to output fluids. So this is where the fluids are going to get output. So we will need some pipes. Let's see, I do believe we have some fluid pipes in here. Yep, ultimate mechanical pipes. Pretty overkill, but it's not like I'm using them for anything else. Like so. And that should work. Left shift for details, ultimate. Yeah, fluid pipe. Shift N. Yep, distributes fluids. Because this will output, and it should just input it into there. Could be wrong. And then we are going to need some kind of power to get it started first. So let's grab our energy cube. Let's grab some redstone. Let's see if I can power it like this. bottom output, put power in. I mean, it worked, kinda. Just needs more power. Oh, and the ethanol's being outputted there. Okay, so it's working. Cool. Okay, so the ethanol goes in. That goes in there. We're gonna need another pipe to take the stuff out from there. Let's see, we just need a simple transporter. Basic logistical. Now, how do I tell it to output? Let's see. The wrench. Configure these pipes. It's best to use the configurator. Configurator. Config like that. Getting a call from a number I don't recognize. I'm not going to answer it. Let's see. I should have one of these somewhere. Yep, there it is. So if I tell it to output, push, pull, let's see, if I fill it up, oh, it's still pulling. That might be a problem, I'm not sure. Let's see, okay, that's in there. Oritech, click, click, click. Okay, now this just needs power, and you power it with shards. So let's go ahead and split this. And it's producing crude. Nice. Okay. Now can we just input this anywhere? And it's working. Cool. And yeah, it looks like it will cause problems. So let me take that out. And it's out of power. See, this is why I don't like NauTec. Why does this mixer need that stuff to operate it? But hey, it works. And now we just need, let's see, where does power come out of this? Because now we're going to need a bunch of cables. So let's see here, let's craft some cables. Elite Universal Advanced. Let's just go. You need the basic to craft the advanced, right? You do. Okay. So for now, it should be enough, I think. Grab half a stack. Let's see, if I put power here, does it come out? Let's see, we need to put here. Input there. Three, 3, 6. fuel generator. How do we pull the power out? Let's see. Oh, okay. Just set it to pull and it starts pulling. Probably don't need an advanced energy cube for this. We could just hook it back up. So we can come over here, take this. And that'll keep it powered. Now for the mixer, I just wish you could power it with something else. Let's see, to finish this, I need a bucket. This might work. No, I need a regular bucket. Oop. Eclipse Ember fuel. Let's dump this in here. There we go, quest completed. That one's done. Power generation, done. Random relic crate. Machine yield add-on. Random relic. Ender hand. What is this? +1 experience point for using the ability End Transposition. +1 experience point for every 10 blocks from the distance. Neutrality makes Enderman neutral. Swap the user and the target along line of sight. I'm never using that. Oh, it's full. That's why I can't input. Okay. So now we should be able to just run this. Over here. Oh. Now let's see, it looks like it is going pretty good. Machine yield. Doubles the byproduct amount in the fragment forge, increases block, the destroyer, and that. So it does have energy efficiency and processing speed. And then I want this to be right here as a buffer. So on the left side, input, output, this side, output. So it can pull in from here, and it's going to output here. That way we have this buffer level here. That way I can always just throw in more redstone. And what's the problem? Now from the output, auto sort on, auto sort on. Turn that back on. There we go. Okay, so that should solve our energy problem. Is it just full? That's why it's not doing anything. Input, output, output. Output here, input here. There it goes. Okay, there we go. Now it's running. And then whenever we need more, we just have to throw in some stuff into the catalyst to generate more oil. Ooh, a block of osmium. Nice. And then what did we finish over here? Oh, this. So let's see, machine speed on reduces the energy efficiency, but it'll make energy faster. So if we tack on these machine efficiency add-ons, will it just produce energy more efficiently? Maybe. Let's see. So in order to do this, let's dump some of this stuff in here. Cobble, that stuff. So I need the machine extender block. So we're gonna need one of these, one of those. We're gonna need more wood. That's what we need. So let's grab some wood. Time to twerk to work. $21 should be enough. You know, I should really use these garden cloches just to start gathering wood. Ooh, wrong one. Okay, we need a basic, which needs that one, which needs that. Then we need 5 of these guys. 1, 2, 3. Machine extender. So now with this, you just come over here, throw it on the back. Now you can see he has more rooms for add-ons. Let's see, how you doing on fuel? It says 4,000 millibuckets. Hasn't changed though. So it must be very efficient using it. Okay, yeah, looks like it's finally used that. Okay, so this is very efficient, nice. How long does that last, does it say? Turbo fuel lasts for 4 minutes, biodiesel is a minute. Okay, so crude oil lasts 3 seconds. That doesn't seem right. Huh, I guess it is right. Okay, that means we need to turn this back on, but at least we have a easier way to generate power. We just need to power this, make sure there's ethanol feeding into the system. And I do need some more food. I'm starving. So let's see if we can make this more efficient with the energy add-ons. And I should have some potatoes in here. Just gonna throw that away, I don't want it. Okay, so the 2 add-ons we need is machine speed. Yeah, increases the speed but reduces energy efficiency. Increases energy efficiency. Plastic sheets should... There it is. It's like I should have a ton of these. And then carbon fiber strands. Need to make more of those. What did that take? Oh, we need another one of these. So now if we slap 3 of these on here, it's 137% efficient. Oh, okay, so it seems like it's multiplicative. Because if we just put 1, it's at 111%. And then when you put 2, it's 123. So this should mean we get 37% more energy than before. So let's see, to run the catalyst. You need prismarine shards, crystal shards, or prismarine crystals. Luckily we can make a bunch of these just by harvesting the ocean temple, but we should have some in here. Prismarine shards. Could Swore I had more of... Oh, I bet. I know where they are. I probably put them in the NauTec chest. There they are. So let's do a full stack into each one. Should keep it running for a very long time. Yeah, it's charging a lot faster now, so it's definitely the energy efficiency add-on. So it still takes the same amount of time, but it produces energy a lot more efficiently. Yeah, so see, this is actually increasing because we're producing that much power. I think the only way it would get better is if we upgrade the cables. But now this can run a lot longer, which means we can start upgrading these to the next tier of factory. So this should solve our energy problems for quite a while. Of course, the next thing we need is this can only hold so much ethanol. This has a very big tank for it though, which means we need to put more stuff in here to produce ethanol. This is pretty efficient at making it. Why aren't you working? Oh, it needs more ethanol, that's why. Ethanol. Apples. Sugarcane, potatoes, beets. Luckily we do grow that here. Wheat, cucumber, coffee beans, beets. Demon's Dream. Where are potatoes? Soy, sesame, wheat. Is that really it? I'm not growing potatoes? I could have swore I had potatoes growing in here. No matter, I can always get more seeds. Grab some beets. Because this will be a lot easier to automate than everything else. I knew this would happen. This needs power, and that's why I needed one of these guys over here. Let's see, you'll have to do. The basic one should be fine. The advanced one is good for our machines over there because they take a lot more power. This one does not need to store that much. Input on the side, output on the bottom. There we go. Gets more ethanol, which means this gets more crude. Perfect. Just got to keep an eye on that. It's not 100% fully automatic, as you can tell. Let's see. We can make shards by crushing prismarine slabs or anything prismarine related. And you get a lot of it out of it. Like one brick gives you 9. One prismarine block gives you 4. So we can get a lot of fuel for this, which means running the mixer isn't really a problem. Nitrate and redstone is extremely cheap. So really the only thing I have to do is make sure this has a lot of fuel going into it. Let's see, do I have something? More beets. Can carrots be made into ethanol? No. Okay, but we can throw in the beets. And all that means is we just need to figure out a little way to make it take a second, there it goes. Is all I need to do is put like a little farm right here. Just put a garden close right here that just feeds it in. And then it'll run forever. So we're making good progress. this is going to generate a lot of fuel. You could probably slap on some more of these efficiency add-ons to just make it even more efficient and get it to 200% efficiency. But for now, I'm your host, Thomas28, and I'll see you guys next time.